This week, Obama and Romney tried out a new batch of slogans. They're really trying to come up with a good one. I have to say they're getting mixed results.
I laid out a blueprint for an economy that is built to last.
We believe in ourselves. Our greatest days are ahead.
The family that's struggling to get by is having to do more because I'm doing less.
And guess what? I made a lot of money.
I'll declare I'm a total bumbling idiot.
Guess who's going to pay that? Not me. I'm gone.
It's every American for themselves.
I believe that America is just another place on the map with a flag.
Anybody here can afford to pay an extra $1,000 right now?
I don't think I have any comments on qualifications for individuals to serve in various positions in government at this stage.
Oh, my gosh. Here with us now, independent presidential candidate, former Republican governor of Louisiana, Buddy Roemer. Donnie Deutsch is still at the table, unfortunately, along with John Heilman in Washington. Hello, John. Buddy, it's good to have you back on the show.
Thanks, Mick.
How's everything going?
Good. All I need is money, a stage, and a chance to be elected president. I mean, I've been shut out of every debate, and I am clawing my way, college campus by college campus, to some credibility. Here's my belief. We won't get America where it ought to be if we keep playing Democrat versus Republican. I want a president free to lead, put the country first. It can be done.
You think it can be done?
I think
How
it can be done.
How are you being received?
It won't be done by these guys. They're trained. They're very good. The president is the best at political spin, and Romney is scrambling hard to try to be his equal. But here's where America is. 30% Romney, 30% Obama, and 40% really don't give a damn or are undecided. And that's the danger in this country.
You know, Donnie, it seems to me you're a marketing guy. The government is falling out of favor more than any time in modern polling. Congress has an 8% approval rating. And you've got the president who's actually deciding he's going to go left by using the class warfare bit. You've got Romney going right. There's a huge opening for somebody like Buddy, isn't there?
Yes, there. I actually believe, and I'm not giving a hyperbole here, this is the last election that is going to be dominated by two parties. I think
agree with you.
If it was a different moment in time, if you had different candidates, if maybe Bloomer, it's over. It doesn't. It's a business model that's not built.
And we're showing right now the favorable, unfavorable, 33 favorable in the federal government, unfavorable 62%. Yeah. That's the lowest in almost 2 decades.
I believe we are coming to the end of the political party system. I'm not trying to.
And it's not constitutionally embedded, a two-party system. We've gotten in that habit over time. I mean, President Lincoln was a Whig, for God's sakes, before he changed parties. I think we are coming to more issue-oriented, less party-oriented politics. Now, there are dangers there, but I think that's a much better chance to solve our problem.
We've said for a long time, Governor, that you've got the message for the time, and it's just a matter of getting it out there and amplifying it a little bit. What is, if you speak to that 40% that's right there in the middle, what would you like to say to them about not just what's wrong with the country, but what you could do to change it or what someone could do to change it?
I think we're a nation in trouble. Great possibilities, but in trouble. For example, if we would take all federal spending that's not interest rate or entitlements, it's not as big as the deficit this year alone. Let me say it another way. If we were to cut the Marine Corps, the Army, the Navy, all federal agencies, the Department of Energy, Department of Education, if we were to cut all that, we wouldn't balance the budget. We are a nation in trouble. We're borrowing money we don't have to spend it on people who in all cases would like to sacrifice for America, but no one asked them to. I can see a 5-year budget. I can see a reduction of GDP by 1% a year. That's $150 billion. I can see raising the entitlement age for Social Security by 1 month a year for 24 years. I can see the same for Medicare. I can see eliminating all corporate loopholes. I can see a single rate of 17%. A man makes $100,000, he'd pay 8.5%. The first $50,000 is federal tax-free. Support your family. I can see all of these things, but not under the current system. Under the current system, it's more important to put your opponent down than it is to build your nation. That's wrong.
John Heilman.
Governor, you're right now the leading vote getter in the Americans Elect process among declared candidates. You're the number 2 vote getter overall. Ron Paul is a draft candidate. He's got more votes than you. I'd like to ask you about 2 things. How are you going to beat Ron Paul in that competition? That's the first question. And number 2, you've announced that Joe Lieberman is as your preferred vice presidential running mate on that ticket. Do you have any indication that Senator Lieberman has any interest in joining you in this endeavor?
Yes, he said that he wouldn't join me. I want to make that clear. That was done months ago. He's a longtime friend. We are looking now at, I'll give you the number, 23 different people to have as running mate under the rules of Americans Elect. It's a unity ticket. So me as a Republican independent, I would have to pick a Democrat independent as my running mate. And there are many possibilities out there. So, but I won't make that announcement until I win or lose this round of Americans Elect. Those are the rules. Excuse me, Joe.
No, that's okay. I was wondering, how's Americans Elect going? Are they going to be on all 50 ballots?
Yes, they're about 30-something now. There's another 10 or 15 that are yet to be determined, but they're on course. They'll be on all 50 ballots. It'll be Romney, it'll be Obama, and it'll be the Americans Elect candidate on all 50 ballots.
So I believe in the future there will be a private unfortunately, I think Buddy's a little ahead of his time. I think in the future there'll be a private sector candidate with the right wallet and the right background that will change the system. And
yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Ross Perot, 20 years ahead. I think we're open to that now. And the reason, Joe, you've been in Congress, it's dysfunctional.
It is.
There's no budget analysis. There's no tax reform. I mean, I beat it to death on this program. I believe in America, but I believe we need to come together to build a nation. And I don't know how to do it in the party system. Finally, 23 nationally televised debates in the Republican primaries. I was not asked to be on a single one, and I was the only guy running who's been elected a congressman and a governor, and in addition, built a bank of $750 million that didn't foreclose on a single mortgage, made money every year, and didn't take a dime of federal money.
Yeah, wow. Pretty darn good resume. Hey, John Heilman, let's talk about Americans Elect for a second. Yeah. I like the idea very much. Very, very much.
The concept's amazing.
There is skepticism. The skepticism has been growing of late. What are the skeptics saying about Americans Elect, and what's your take?
Well, I think skeptics are saying, Joe, a couple things. One is that they have not generated a lot of the grassroots enthusiasm necessary to make this really work. Governor Roemer, as I said, is the leading candidate right now. If you go online and look at the website, he's number 1 among declared candidates, but he's got 4,000 votes. Ron Paul is the leading candidate in the draft category. He's got 8,000 votes. So you're talking about very small numbers of people that have actually decided to participate in this process so far. I think that's a little disheartening for the Americans Elect people. And I think it's also disheartening from their perspective. They thought they were going to get some bigger names. All due respect to Governor Roemer, I think they thought they would get some big-name CEOs from America who would get involved in this process. I think they thought there would be a candidate pool that would have more superstars in it than the one that they currently have. And I think they are disappointed with the overall pool. Again, no disrespect to Governor Roemer. I think they look at the overall pool, and they had hoped to have some more outside-the-box names that would be, but that they'd be able to elevate and really kind of game-changing potential kind of third-party candidates.
Well, Governor, as you know, following politics as long as you have, we're still in preseason. I mean, the Republicans just finished their fight. I always told anybody that came to me talking about what do, I say raise a lot of money and spend it the last 10 days. This is a going out of business sale.
That's a great set of
and it is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. one day and one day only, and you build to that. I think it's too early to judge Americans Elect. I think it's too early to judge Buddy Roemer. I think it's too early to judge Ron Paul and the other list of candidates, because the second there's that focus, and if it is you, Barack Obama, Mitt Romney,
be a hell of a debate.
Suddenly, you know what? As we've said before, you've got the message for 2012
really
better than anybody else. That would be a hell of a debate. And what happened in Great Britain with Nick Clegg would happen here in America with
I've been running for 17 months. I've raised more money than any independent candidate, over $1 million. Average gift about $20. I had 100,000 people give me $3 each. I'm telling you, there's an interesting campaign out there. My problem is that I can't get on the stage. You and Mika and Donnie and crew are my biggest gift.
Well, Willie is your biggest gift. Willie is a gift that keeps giving.
I mean, you guys have just been awesome. Every time I'm on here,
wrap him in a bow.
I hate to say this, every time I'm on here, I raise $25,000 to $50,000.
Do you really?
You are the best TV show I'm on throughout the year.
Right.
I don't know what this goes in your rating.
Well,
we only take 10% of that.
I'm a fan. You get no percentage, Joe. Let me make this clear.
Oh, okay. What about me, buddy?
Anybody from the University of Alabama against LSU cannot get a percentage.
Well, you know,
Now there he goes.
If my alma mater or my team had been so thoroughly dominated and thumped as yours, the national championship, I'd be resentful.
We have a good time, but we really respect your message.
No,
thanks, Mika.
Thank you.
It is a great message, and Governor, thank you so much for being with us, and good luck. And I'll tell you what, if you keep on going, I think this is going to get fascinating.
I paid all my bills. I have money in the bank. No other candidate can say that. And not borrowed a dime.
And we, in April, are still in preseason.
You are right.
When we come back, Rachel